Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel. I'm Bogey King, and I am glad you are here. What an epic intro to what is going to be an epic video. If you haven't guessed it, we are going to be doing a head-to-head comparison between two of my favorite golf shoe brands, Adidas and Nike. Now, before I get into it, yes, I know there are other shoe brands out there for golf, but these are two of my favorite. I am not sponsored, so these are all my own purchases. And as I've explained before, I'm a huge sneakerhead. I have a pretty large collection of sneakers. I'm constantly adding to it. And when it came to golf, there's no difference, right? I'm going to increase my golf shoe collection throughout the year. And what that does for you is hopefully give you some information. If you're out there and you're looking at getting a new pair of golf shoes this year, hopefully this video is helpful. This continues our Golf 101 series as well. So this is a little bit about golf shoes, and we're going to talk about some of the differences between Nike and Adidas, some of the things that I like and some of the things that I don't like. So if you haven't subscribed, hit that subscribe button, hit that bell to get notified. We have new episodes every week at 11 a.m. And our goals here at Bogey King Golf are to inspire, to educate, to offer product reviews, and hopefully have some fun while we're doing all of that. So we hope that you enjoyed today's video. So sit back, relax, and we'll be right back. Welcome back. As you just saw in the clip before this, I have handpicked a few of my favorite golf shoes to share with you today. I would love to talk through the pros and cons of both Adidas and Nike golf shoes. Before I get into that though, just quickly want to talk about the differences of what types of golf shoes are available. So, the traditional golf shoe is the golf cleat or the spiked golf shoe. So this is an example of more of a traditional golf cleat. This is an Adidas shoe that I've had for a couple of years. Really made well, good quality. I've used this a lot and it still looks good. It is made of leather on the top. The bottom is a rubber sole. And that cleat I mentioned is this hard spiked cleat on the bottom. These have a very aggressive tread pattern. These are going to be good in wet and dry conditions, soft or hard courses, and overall are going to be pretty comfortable throughout the day. If you do get a spiked golf cleat, I would suggest getting something with like a torsion system, or this has what they call fit foam, or the newer version is the boost foam in Adidas. Definitely recommend that for long days when you're walking. Definitely can go a long way to help support and cushion your feet. On the other side of the spike spectrum, you have soft spikes. These are the Nike Infinity Tour. These have a spike system on the bottom, but they're soft and flexible. They're still going to give you great traction and grip both in wet and dry conditions, but these are a little more, I think, forgiving in terms of how they grip the ground. The one thing I have found with these is that they are a little slick in the golf cart, so you want to be mindful when stepping in and out. I have actually slid in these because on the smooth surface, these really do move quite a bit. Also, you'll notice the bottom of these, there's not a whole lot of actual tread. You're really dependent upon these 3 points of contact to get that grip. Now, if you're looking at something that's not spiked, you have the golf sneaker. Now, this is one of the newer Adidas shoes. This has their BOA lace technology. As you can see, there are no spikes in the bottom, but it still has an aggressive tread pattern. This gives you plenty of grip, again, in both wet and dry conditions. Sometimes, not always, the golf sneakers are a little bit lighter. I would say they're sometimes a little more comfortable. But again, it comes down to preference. I have found myself, as of the past few months, really wearing more golf sneakers, just in terms of comfort and style. But on occasion I do, especially on wet days, I will wear my spiked shoes because they do give maximum traction in those conditions. There are differences in materials. Like I mentioned, these are leather. These are a synthetic blend. You want to also be mindful of whether the shoe is waterproof or not. Not every golf shoe is waterproof, believe it or not. I think that should be something that companies should consider, but I think that when you do have a waterproof membrane on them, there is a level of breathability that it does suffer. But for example, these Niki Air Zooms, they are waterproof. I have stepped in water up to the swoosh and have my foot stay dry. I've been able to wash these several times, clean them off. They come back looking new each time. Very similar with the leather on these Adidas. I do have the Rochers over here of the Nike. Those are not waterproof. I wore them one day thinking that the course was dry. We had a couple of days without rain, and I stepped into a spot near one of the greens, and I went like 2 inches deep, and I felt the water immediately. It came right into the shoe. It was really dirty. I will say I was able to clean those up really easily. A little bit of soap and water, got the mud off, let them sit and dry, and they're good as new. So not the end of the world, but just something to consider, because if you're at a golf course where you had to drive to, maybe it's not that close to your home, you don't want to start the day off with a wet foot. Just not a good time. So when it comes to the Adidas and the Nike, there are pros and cons to both. I want to start with Nike. Nike has always been my first love when it comes to sneakers, and honestly was my first love minus the golf cleat when it came to golf shoes. And so, really the positives are they're made well, the durability is there, they clean really well, and most of the shoes have a water resistant or waterproof membrane or layer on them, so that they're very resistant to the elements. The cons of the Nikes is really focused around, I think, the build. Nike tends to have, in my opinion, a more narrow toe, and so depending upon the shoe and the cut, sometimes after a period of time, that becomes a little uncomfortable for me. Now, these Nike Infinity Tours, these are amazing. These are my favorite golf cleat, but one of the things that I found interesting is I like these so much that I actually bought the black colorware, so I have them here. I bought these because I like those so much, and I have to say I've only worn these a handful of times because these hurt my feet pretty bad. After a few holes or even a full round, I've tried to wear them several times in hopes that they'll stretch out and they'll expand, but they still hurt my toes, and honestly when I'm done it feels like they want to fall off, so I don't wear them that much. But what I can suggest is, for any golf shoe, I think that you should go to a Golf Galaxy, a Dick's, your local golf store, and try them on, walk around. Actually, both Nike and Adidas have great return policies on their website. I think Nike is 90 days and I think Adidas is 60. So, buy the shoe, try it on, wear it around your house for a little bit, practice standing up, sitting down, mimicking your swing, and just see how the shoe feels. On the Adidas side, they have honestly some of the most comfortable golf shoes that I've ever tried. They have a little bit more wider, generous cut inside or at the toe. They are, a lot of the new shoes like these Code Chaoses are built with the Boost technology. So they have that Boost foam. These are insanely comfortable. These are relatively, water resistant, and I think they look great. They're a good looking shoe. One of my complaints about these is that, for $150, the bottoms have yellowed pretty quick, and I would have hoped that would have stayed, whiter longer. I have tried to clean them, but it's really the plastic that's yellowed. So the top looks great, but that bottom part, I think there's some opportunity that they could have improved. I also noticed recently on my black Code Chaoses that there's something happened back here towards the back that as I walk, they pop. So I don't know if that's something that I did, if I slipped on something, or if it's just a level of the quality what they're made. But, for an overall golf shoe, these have great grip and they're really, really comfortable. I have to say that, I have my favorites in both, and so, you probably came to today's video looking for this head-to-head matchup, and I will say there are clear winners and losers on both sides. When it comes to golf cleats, my top award goes to these Infinity Tour Zooms. I absolutely love these as a golf shoe. This white pair is incredibly comfortable. It's great for the course. It's great in multiple conditions, and I love the fact I don't have to worry about weather with it. It is just a great all-around golf shoe. On the golf sneaker front, my favorite is the Adidas. I believe these are the S2G SL Boas. I have to say at first, I wasn't the biggest fan of the Boa technology, but as I've gotten used to it, I really like it. I usually typically tie my shoes, leave them knotted, and then I just slip my foot in and out. These are a lot like that. You can tighten it really precisely to your comfort level. These have a great sole and are lightweight, and again, these ones are relatively waterproof. I actually like these so much. I bought a second pair in the laced version and excited to try those out. At some point I can report back and let you know how they are. Now, before we wrap up, just talking about cost. One of the things that could be important to you is cost. It's important to me at times because I don't always want to spend a ton of money on golf shoes, but comfort and quality is important. You can get golf shoes as little as, I'd say $40 to $50. Skechers makes a decent golf shoe. There's a number of brands out there that you can get into golf shoes at a low price point. If you find a clearance pair, or you maybe at times, I know the Adidas outlet will often have their golf shoes I think I've seen Nike golf shoes at their outlets, maybe once or twice, but not as frequent as Adidas. But they go up to, $200. The newest Adidas spiked cleats with the Boa technology run for $200. These, more special edition Jordans were $225, and this was definitely a splurge purchase, really tying back to my love of Jordans. But realistically, you have plenty of options when you're looking at golf shoes. As I said before, I recommend going to your local Dick's or Golf Galaxy, going to your local golf store, trying on a number of shoes, trying on a number of different types. Try on some cleats, try on some sneakers, and really see what feels the best for you, because you're the one that's going to be out on the course for 18 plus holes. It's your feet that you have to worry about. And so I really hope you found today's video helpful. If you have any questions, drop them in the comments below. I would love to answer and try to help out. If you're new here, again, we'd love for you to hit subscribe. Love for you to hit that notify button. We have new videos every week at 11 a.m. on Saturdays. And our goals here at Bogey King Golf are to inspire, to educate, and to hopefully have fun while doing so. We want people who are new to golf to feel comfortable trying new things, learning more about the sport. If you've been in golf for a while, you know how awesome it is, and you know how great it is. And so we want to help you as well. We hope that you're learning some things and enjoying the videos we're producing here. Share these videos with your friends, share them on your social media. Don't forget to like our social media. We're on Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, you name it, we're out there. Go find us, go like us. And as we say every week, you can still have fun, even when you're playing +1. All right, everyone, we'll see you next time.